I don't wanna fall, don't wanna fall. Don't you like my t-shirt? I'm like, gotta get the boobs in. Cause I love me some Goonies. I'm all about the women, but I love Goonies. I get there were some girls in that movie. I like it. So in a couple of minutes, we're going to have Kingsley on here. So let's hear her music a little bit. And if you this thing don't want to play. It don't want to play. It doesn't want to play. I'm looking at the video.
Some fucking therapy to get through you. What the fuck do you do to me? Do to me? I loved you. Now I'm on my way, take me. How could you?
Kingsley's coming on shortly.
Waste away, I'll fool you. You're a city man.
Well, it's probably...
Get ready, it's tragic. I put myself on that, trying to save you from you. Save you from you. See you burned all these bridges, turn fucking malicious. I'll never recover, trying to save you from you.
Her name is Kingsley. She's coming on soon.
Baby, to move past you. I already put these games, don't blame you. Now I don't even fuck with me. It's shameful. Give me a courtesy, I'll do you. You're a city like magic, and really it's tragic. I put myself on that, trying to love. See, all these bridges turn fucking malicious. I'll never recover, trying to
I invited you, Kingsley.
save you.
All right, Kingsley's unique and unforgettable voice will warm you up and melt you down. Her presence is captivating and overwhelming. She sings only her personal experiences, life, love, and her journey of becoming Kingsley. Kingsley doesn't just stick with one genre. Her vocal can do anything. Her songs are influenced by pop to R&B and anything in between. That's you, Kingsley. How are you doing?
Good, how are you? Happy Friday!
Happy food. Friday couldn't have come. It should have been here earlier. I needed Friday to be here because it's just been a crazy week. How have you been?
Oh, my birthday's tomorrow, so I am so good. I'm enjoying the Aries season.
Fantastic. Happy early birthday. Are you going to do anything special?
Nothing's open still. Half my friends are back, the other half are still waiting, so yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go get my nails done, my toes done. I'm gonna get a massage, and that's it.
Hey, that's self-love. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that's it. I have a really dope balcony, so I'm probably gonna day drink on my balcony all day, and that's it.
Yeah. I like that, day drinking. I was going to say we all should do it, but I guess that's not appropriate. Not all of us. A recovering alcoholic is not for you. But if you can drink in moderation, then you do it. You know what I mean? You got to enjoy life. You got to enjoy life. So how have you been doing during this whole pandemic thing here?
Yeah, I don't want to say really good and rub people the wrong way, but really good, like really good. Obviously, we couldn't play shows. We still are kind of not playing shows, and I lost my job, but like I've gotten to do so many things in the last year that has been on my to-do list. So in the last 10 years, you know, so overall, like really good. I got to start a lipstick collection. I got to go back to like meditating every day for an hour. I started running again, like all the things that I'm like, I can tell, just, you know, we'll get to that. And
you're like, I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. If I don't do it today, it's never going to get done.
No, that's fantastic. Let's talk about the lipstick collection, because I had my friend Kristen Speller on here yesterday, and she was talking. She has a cosmetic company called Double Down Cosmetics, and she's doing very well. So tell me about that. What is it called? When is it coming out? What are you doing with it?
Yeah, it's called Kingsley Collection. It's three different lipsticks. I paired up with this local Black company called Event Cosmetics.
Okay.
And she basically designed 3 different lipsticks that fit like all of my personality. So like sometimes I'm like very shy and very flirtatious, and sometimes I'm like bold and very confident. Sometimes I'm regal and I'm above the people. So they're already out. We launched pre-sale on Valentine's Day, but at the end of April we'll start doing just regular selling to everyone. And they're named after my 3 singles. So Therapy, that you just played, is dark black. It's this matte lip stain. I have I'm Fine. It's like the shimmery purple. And then All Me, which is my single that comes out tomorrow, is this beautiful velvet purple color. Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. You're doing your thing, you know, because there's much more to us as artists. We do have brains. We do have other ambitions that we want to do.
Yeah.
Our music is our saving grace. We love it, but we can expand. I love the way that you took 3 singles and you were like, this is what I'm going to call my list. So that can work, you know, while a female or male, whoever, or where, you know, listening to your song. They could be listening to Therapy, have the lipstick on. Then you need to have a wine line.
So I literally, for I'm Fine, we had champagne. So this is like moving ahead, but for my album, it's called Crying on Holidays. It's releasing next month. We put together a recipe book called Drinking on Holidays, so that each song has a specific drink you make with it. And so you can go through the album with different songs and different drinks.
That is so smart. That's so smart and creative. I like that. That's unique, and people are going to love that. You know, I had another friend, Satoria. She does aromatherapy, and she has, you know, different body butters, like a mint chocolate chip. And that's what I told her. I said, you need to have a wine with it to pair it. And then I also asked her if her aromatherapy, the body butter, was edible. I said, because you could go that route too. That's something else. She said, well, right now you can't eat it. But maybe later on. No, I love the creativity. I've been taking a couple courses in entrepreneurship, and that's what they said. You are the brand. You are the investment.
It's really cool doing things outside of your music, and I'm sure you'll learn this in your class, of like creatively thinking outside of just music is so much fun. It's so much fun. You get to like take your song, whatever song it is, and then spin it in so many different ways, man. It's fun to just think outside of singing songs every day.
It's funny that you say that, because you gave me an idea. So I hooked up with this company. A friend of mine showed it on Facebook, and he started his own tennis shoe line. And I was like, oh, I got to check into that. You have to be accepted. They accepted me. But the fact that you said you could use your song, see, that's it. See, we learn from each other. That's a fabulous idea. Yeah. Change my shoes into that. I'm going to call them all kinds of things. All right. I love handbag. Oh, yeah.
Okay, but I get 10% of your sales from that.
See, you're a mover and a shaker. You're thinking. You're definitely thinking and trying to expand on your creativity. No, I love that. I'm going to use that. That's yeah, because I called it, well, the tennis shoes, like, and the other shoe, the brand is called I Am Fearless.
Ooh.
And so, but I'm going to use all that. See, I like you. So during the pandemic, did you do any live streaming?
Yeah. I hate singing behind a screen. So hard. It's so much more work than people think, of like setting up your own sounds, making sure the lighting's right, making sure your phone is charged enough, like having your dad not FaceTime you 3 times in the middle of your live stream. So I did a couple, and then I did like professional ones where we had like 3 cameras. We went to Seattle. We did one with like 6 cameras.
Wow.
But I will never ever do a live stream in my home ever again. Like, it's a wrap.
So you're not gonna sing for us today?
I'll sing for you on Instagram, for you on your show.
But I ain't doing this anymore. No, I completely understand. Here in my home, there's 2 other people, and I'll tell people, look, during this time, do not come into this room. And guess what happens? There's noise. They're opening doors. They're doing this. They're doing this. And then after I'm done, I said, didn't I tell you?
Well,
You all are banned.
this specific time, that's all I needed.
Right. That's exactly what I say every time. And they just look at me. But you know, I gave you enough time. I told you. I told you. What makes your music unconventional, would you say?
Well, in the music industry, I've been told to stick with R&B, like always do R&B. You
Right.
look like you'd be a neon soul artist. I look like I'm going to be a lot of things, but I'm not. So since I had studied opera in college and like immersed into the music industry, I decided my vocal, since it doesn't sound like anything, you know, any other person,
Right.
I'm just gonna let it do whatever it wants to do. So it's unconventional. Like, sometimes I'll just sing solo. That's the vibe. That's what I'm doing. And sometimes I want to go up there and hit them with a flex, but it's unconventional because I don't even know what I'm gonna get sometimes when I'm singing. I do the proper warm up, and then when I get on stage, I'm like, these are the notes that are coming out.
Now, I love that. I love it, because I'm like, I hate rehearsing, and when I perform with my band, I always change things up when I'm on the stage. I'm like, I don't know, Spirit is moving me to do something different. This is not, sorry, this is how, let's take it slow.
My backup singer I've sung with for 3 years, bless her, she is good now. She is so on. She's like, I just can feel when you're not going to stick with what we practice. Right. And I'm like, good, keep that, because I don't even know if I'm going to stick with it or not.
See? Yeah, you know what you're doing. So how would you describe your music?
Oh, man. I started a band when I was in seventh grade, like when I first wanted to do music with my sisters, and it was called Heart Filled, because it literally is just like from the heart. That's how I would describe my music. It's just from the heart. If one day I want to rap on stage for 20 minutes, then I'm going to rap on stage. If one day I want to cover all Jonas Brothers, then I'm covering all Jonas Brothers, but it's from the heart.
I love that. I love that. From the soul. And I get what you're saying when you're saying, you know, people try to say, well, you should be singing this and you should be singing that. I mean, they do it to me. I like America. I want to sing whatever I want to sing. I don't like people telling me what to do, number one. 2, as an artist, we have our own creative style. We're not trying to be anything else. We're trying to be us. And that's one thing in the music industry that I've learned throughout the years, especially throughout the pandemic, doing all these webinars and conferences, that, you know, they're looking for something unique. They don't want the same old. You would think they want the same old because they play the same damn music on the radio station.
And all these A&Rs in my box are telling me to be the same old thing.
And it's like, yeah, you go to conferences and they'll say, yeah, you know, if you're writing for Rihanna, don't give her the same thing. You know, we really want something different that she's done. And then when you turn on the radio station, you're just like, but this sounds like the same damn shit. Yeah. So, you know, and I always tell people this story. I used to love certain, you know, the 2 number 1 hits that Lizzo had, and I can't listen to them anymore because they play them too much. They play them too much. Yeah. So I turn off the radio when she comes on now. I just can't. I can't take it. And there's so many artists like you and I and independent artists out there doing our thing. And so, you know, the media and, you know, radio stations, they just want to clog your brain with something else. We can't live throughout our lives only knowing 3 or 4 artists. That just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So how do you market yourself out there in the music world, especially as an independent artist?
Yeah, I mean, shows make it a lot easier, you know?
Yes.
So without shows, yeah.
You're like,
well, without shows, it's really, I think that's why I branched out and started doing the lipstick collection and really trying to spin my album this year, like really curating and thinking of better merch to have and really taking my time with
Right.
music videos. So like the music videos that I've shot for these two, Therapy just came out, and the team was like an all black or all
Right.
people of color cast with a woman director and a woman camera operator, and like really presenting that to the media, really presenting that to new audiences. Was like I speak so much of like inclusivity and really making your own niche, and then I wasn't doing it in my own life. And so I spent like the last year, instead of like just going to play shows and hoping to get a fan one by one, I really just thought like, if I was trying to love Kingsley, what would I want to see in her? Which turned out to be like better music videos with better quality people that happen to be Black women.
Right.
And a lipstick, like something to take with me outside of the music. So like that's where the book came from, Drinking on Holidays, of like, wouldn't it be cool if you sat down with an album like on vinyl with a fucking recipe book? Like, so it's, I think I'm thankful shows are gone, not gone forever, but like we're gone during the first few weeks of the pandemic, because it really made me think of like, okay, if I don't have this anymore, how am I going to get to people?
Right. 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 No, you're 100% right. Marketing as an independent is it's a lot of work. It's a lot. I tell this every time. People just don't understand this whole music thing. You really have to love it to want to be in it and continue with it, because we have to be on so many damn platforms. It's just ridiculous. And then some people, I don't like using platforms like Buffer, although it makes things easier, because I change my mind a lot about what I want to post. And then so if I post this thing, I'm like, nope, that's not my mood today. No. So I like to take the time to post whatever I want and say whatever I want. I really don't care what people think. You know, our music business is funny, because if you're submitting your music to someone or some business, you want to care about what they think. But like even when I enter songwriting contests and there's feedback, I glance over it. I'm like, okay, but that's my song. That's the way I wrote it. I'm not going to change anything about it. Now, if it's constructive criticism based on a love song and stuff like that, I might listen. But if it's something extremely personal that I've written, you can't tell me about how to write my own experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact in your music, the one that I was just listening to, you curse in it. So some people might take that offense, be offended by that. So how far do you think we can take our own creativity? Now, before you answer, I'm going to tell you, this is a two-part question.
Okay.
I don't know. Did you watch the Grammys?
No.
I stopped watching. Anyway, so after hearing about that controversy about the Grammy performance by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion,
I watched that.
Watch it.
I didn't watch the Grammys. I watched that on YouTube.
Yeah, so I did the same thing. I watched it on YouTube, and I was like, okay, let me see what people are crying about. So the people that watched it basically didn't know who Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion were, or hadn't even seen the video, because the video has been out for the longest time. Wow. Actually, this is the first time I listened to it. I haven't really listened to the full song.
I know all the words.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Cardi B fan. Megan Thee Stallion, it's just not my thing. Now, if you know who they are, you would have known this is what you would have seen on TV. And you can't get mad at them, sorry. You got to get mad at the Recording Academy, because they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of conservative friends that were bashing the ladies and stuff like that. And it was very sad to see. And there was one guy, I have to applaud this guy. He was just like, you guys need to leave these women alone. I said, this is female empowerment. This is who they are. And he was like, don't you know that? You obviously haven't seen the video. You don't know this kind of genre. So the question for you is, based on your own creativity and that whole controversy, do you think as artists we take it too far?
I guess understanding, like, separating reality between art is an important thing for individual listeners. And I think putting the responsibility on the artist to parent your children or to parent your husbands and or wives, it's quite frankly disappointing, you know? I think so Eminem, for example, I mean, his lyrics were unfucking canning. Oh my goodness. Yes. You know, so should we censor him? He was telling his own life story. Bro was mad, you know? No one had a problem with that, but because it's two women of color on stage, like, I don't think the issue was sexuality. I think the issue was just Black women doing it, you know?
Well,
So I think it's really important. It's really important for people to teach their kids, like, the responsibility of understanding art is very different from reality.
Exactly.
I watch serial killer shows all day long. I'm not out here serial killing people.
Right.
So, you know, and I grew up listening to Lil Wayne. I'm not out here, you know, in the streets ganging. So I applaud them. I fucking love WAP. I can't wait for karaoke to open because I'm stealing the microphone from whoever took my fucking song and I'm going ham. I'm going in. Like, I've played that. It was my number 1 rap song. It should have been my number 1 song on Spotify. On iTunes, I bought it. So 10 out of 10.
You are
love
like
you, Cardi. Love you, Meg. Yeah, love you, girls. If you ever want a backup dancer, not me, but I'm happy to find a girl for you.
I love that. No, we have to support one another. I actually explained, I gave a friend of mine a different version because she felt bullied during the whole conversation and debate on Facebook, and she's white, and so she wanted to get a perspective from a woman of color. And because 2 of my friends were like, "How are you calling me a racist?" I never called you a racist. I said, but there is something about you guys bashing these 2 women when Madonna was one of the first to do these kind of things. Cher. There have been raunchier performances. You guys are calling these women names. And I don't think it's fair to criticize their creativity because you wouldn't like people criticizing your creativity. We don't tell painters, well, you should have put a dash of orange here or a dash of blue here. It's just ridiculous. So I gave her this perspective. I said, if you think back to slavery times, what did they do to Black women? They raped them. They used their bodies. They took their children. They did whatever they wanted to them. Now, Black women are rising up and saying, no, 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 I own my own sexuality. You don't get to tell me what I can do with my body. Yeah. So I'm here rising up. This is my empowerment. This is my way of saying things. And when I gave her that perspective, she finally got a clue. And she said, I never really thought about it that way. I said, you know what? I said that people need to evolve.
Yeah, I think it's important that performance was not only important to women of color, it's important to women, femme, trans, gays. It's important to express your sexuality. No one can hold on to what your sexuality is. Period.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly. I agree with you. 100, 100, 100. All right. Are you going to perform for us?
Yes.
Yay! Uh-oh, here we go.
I haven't played the guitar in a hot minute.
Oh, I got the guitar. All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
This song is called You because my producer told me I couldn't call it Tom. So yeah, that's fine. Sometimes he makes good decisions.
All right.
Never beg for my forgiveness, but I still give it to you. Never really say just sorry, but I still forgave you. Never made to break my heart. Did you really? I'm still broken, holding on to faith, and when between us. Oh, tell me why I still hate for you. Oh, tell me why I still crave you. Oh, tell me why I haven't given up. Tell me why I fell and you didn't fall for me to know. God damn you. Oh, God damn you. No. God damn you. Always captured my eye. Love is so damn light. Always left me wanting more, so damn naive. Always made me feel like I was your one. and only I'm still broken, holding on to faith and way between us. Oh, tell me why I still ache for you, you. Oh, tell me why I still crave you, you. Oh, tell me why I haven't given up. Oh, tell me why I fell. You didn't fall for me to know. God damn you, oh, God damn you, oh, God damn you, God damn you, oh, God damn you.
I love it. On my blog talk thing, I have an applause button. I need to add it here somewhere. I'm going to do that. What do you enjoy about being an artist?
Telling my side of the story.
I love that.
Yeah, telling my side.
Like, this is the truth.
Here's what happened. My heart hurt. I wasn't wrong. I think my favorite part is hearing what my music has done for someone else, because I know that it did for me in that specific situation. And hearing it in real time of like, man, I needed that because of this, and I'm like, bitch, I feel you. I'm right here with you. You know, we gonna get through it together, because I got through it. We gonna get through it. Yeah.
I love that. I know it. The last person I talked to, they said the same thing. I'm so into the whole, my music made a difference. It affected somebody, and they gave them that aha moment. This person gets me. Yeah. She gets me. She feels
I feel that
what
every time
feeling.
I hear Sam Smith, I'm like, are we dating the same person, Sam?
Oh my gosh. Now, what advice would you give somebody trying to get into this industry?
Advice. She said trying to get into the music industry?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do it.
Do you like don't give up so quickly. It's not easy, and it sometimes feels like you're going nowhere, but just like, don't give up so quickly. Like, if you post one video and you don't get views, if you post 10 videos and you don't get views, don't give up so quickly. Like, just keep pushing. Like, keep pushing, keep going. Because if I would have given up after 5 years of doing it, we wouldn't be talking right now today.
You're preaching to the choir. You got to keep pushing, and you can't be lazy. This is one industry where you cannot be lazy. There is so much to do. Yeah. So I agree 100 with you. What is a quote that you live by?
Well, it's not necessarily a quote I live by. It's more like a mantra, like, what would Beyonce do? So what? I listened to this podcast, and it said Bill Gates and Beyonce have the same 24 hours in the day as you. The same 24 hours. They don't have 26. They don't have 18. They have the same 24 hours. And so sometimes when I go through my things of like, I don't want it, I'm like, well, what would Beyonce do? She would push through.
Right.
She would do whatever it takes to get the product in her mind. And that drives me. Like, okay, so I need to Uber Eats for a weekend. I can't go out and party so that I can pay for this music video. Cool. What would Beyonce do? She would do anything and everything it takes to make sure it happens. So I live by that.
I love that answer. I love it. So what is coming up for you besides what you've already told us?
I have a live album that's a surprise that I'm telling you. Ooh, I recorded a live album. So after my album comes out in the summertime, we're releasing the live version of it, which is really cool. Awesome. And I've never done that before. It was really hard. I did not know how hard it was going to be.
Awesome. That is live albums take a lot more. It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you mess up in the middle, you got it keep going.
Yeah, that's it. But you know what? I love that stuff. I like authentic things. I'm pushing for this authentic thing, because I think a lot of people really want to just appease other people, and that means pulling back from who they truly are, rather than saying, no, I'm good enough. This is who I am. Accept me. What people don't understand is that people are going to gravitate you. The right people will gravitate towards you.
Yeah, I mean, you get to make art. I think that's the coolest thing. Erykah Badu said you get to make art that a bunch of people hate. So you might as well make it.
That's
Might as well
right.
make it. So like appeasing people are gonna like it, people are gonna hate it. You just might as well make the stuff you like.
I like that. I like that. People need to hear you. They need to understand that. Because I think too many people in our business think that, okay, if one person doesn't like a specific song, then that means the rest of them will hate it. But that's not the case. I've entered my songs in several different contests where one I won and the other one I wasn't even selected. What people need to remember is that music is extremely subjective. Extremely subjective.
And there's like, even your favorite artist, right? You don't like every single song.
Exactly.
You don't like every single. And if you do, who are they? Because I need to listen then. Because they must have bangers if you like every single
song. That's right. No, you're 100% right. So tell our audience where they can find you on the internet.
You can find me on TikTok now. I crossed over to the dark side. I love it. I'm addicted. I'm not even going to talk trash. Love it. 10 out of 10. Would change some things, but you can find me on TikTok. Obviously on Instagram because we're on Instagram, but Spotify, iTunes. What's most important of all of that, you can find me on Venmo and Cash App. That's where you can meet me.
Those are the most, yes, they are. Venmo and Cash App are the most important places. Now, during this time, were you able to get any of the funding that they were giving out to artists and the PPPs and the PPPs and whatever else?
I got the Oregon did like this artist grant, which I did. I got that. The Grammys did one, which I got, and then I did the PPP and I got. But like after I paid my rent, I took the $3 to Taco Bell and just like had a ball, you know.
Oh my goodness! So what are you doing now?
Uber eating, selling my lipsticks, lipsticks. Yeah.
That's right. No, I'm happy for
you.
There's
selling the t-shirts, the I'm fine shirts.
See, you're seeing it here. You're seeing it here. You're hearing about the lipstick guy, girl, whatever.
I'm also on Tinder, just getting free meals from people. You know, just a lot of free meals. Just kidding.
I mean, anybody can wear the lipsticks these days. Nobody cares anymore. I don't care.
No, they're great colors.
Guy, girl, binary. There's so many names for different types of people these days. I can't keep up with all the names. If you're human, I'm just going to say this. If you're human, buy the lipstick. If you wear lipstick, just do it. Kingsley's out there doing her thing. She's doing music. She's doing a wonderful thing. And she has an amazingly beautiful voice. I'm going to follow you because I love the fact that you sing your truth. You don't care what people think, and that's my favorite part about you. And your voice, I'm not going to lie. And I know that we're going to talk on Blog Talk Radio soon. So thank you so much for being on Chatting with Nat. It was truly my honor to have you on here. Thank you for singing. I know you don't like to sing on the live streams. You did it for me, and I'm so thankful. So we're going to take you out with the rest of this song here.
Don't be crazy, can't so crazy. Lost myself in the way we achieve me. Don't be needy, yes I'm needy. Need you to think all the things you caused me. Oh the next bitch, who's the you want you.